In order to upgrade the firmware of your Yaesu FTX-1 Optima, first of all you're going to need a 13.8 volt DC power supply to power up the radio along with the power lead, and you'll need a micro SD card 2, 4, 8, 16 or 32 gigabytes. So first of all we need to format the micro SD card. So with the pins facing towards you, you need to open up the rubber flap on the right hand side and then insert the micro SD card and press it with your finger until it clicks. And then we can go set up yes. And now you want to, in the SD card menu, you want to select format. So we scroll down until we get to format. You press done next to format. Format SD card and you touch OK. And the radio is now formatting the micro SD card, and it's going to put the folder structure on the card. Once it has finished, we can turn the radio off, and then we can eject the micro SD card. And now we can put this micro SD card into your computer's card reader, and we're going to put the firmware upgrade files on it.
Next, we're going to download the firmware update files from the Yaesu website and put those onto the micro SD card that you formatted in your radio. So the first thing we're going to do is launch our web browser. And then in the address bar, we're going to type in www.yaesu.com and press enter. And then we're going to click on amateur radio, HF transceivers and amplifiers, FTX-1 series, and then scroll down a little bit, and then we're going to click on files, scroll down a little more, and you will see FTX-1 English firmware update and the current date of that firmware update file. So we're going to click on it to download it, and your computer will download the file in a few moments. We click on open file, and we're going to click on extract all, and then we're going to click on extract. And now you can see here we've got the firmware update manual PDF file, and then here we've got the SFL files, which are the actual firmware update files. So I'm just going to move that over to that side of the screen, and then I'm going to now insert the micro SD card that we formatted in the radio into the computer's card reader. And then as you can see, the drive, in my case drive D, opens up automatically. And you can see, because we've formatted it in the radio, there's an FTX-1 folder. If that folder is missing, then you'll need to try and reformat the micro SD card in the radio. So we double click on FTX-1 and you can see there's a range of folders here. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag the SFL files into the FTX-1 folder. So go over to here, click on the first SFL file, then holding the shift key down, click on the last SFL file, right hand mouse click and drag onto the USB drive in the FTX-1 folder, release the mouse button, and then select with the left hand mouse button, select copy here. And now it's copied all the SFL files onto the micro SD card in the FTX-1 folder. Now it's a really good idea to eject the micro SD card rather than just remove it from the card reader. The reason for this is it can take some time for the files to copy onto the micro SD card, and if you remove the card without ejecting it, you run the risk of corrupting some of the files. So one method of ejecting it is to click on the arrow by the status bar here, and you see you've got a little icon here, safely remove hardware and eject media. So if I right hand mouse click that, and I can eject my USB device, and now the card has been safely ejected and now can be put back in your radio in order to update the firmware.
Now we've put the firmware update files on the micro SD card, we're going to now turn the radio back on. And we're going to insert the micro SD card that we've programmed. So open up the flap, with the contacts facing towards you, slide it in, and you'll hear it click, and then we'll touch yes. And that takes us to the SD card menu, and then we need to touch where it says firmware update and done. And now what it's going to do is highlight the display firmware update. What we actually want to do is highlight the first four, so that's display, main, DSP and SDR. So by highlighting the first four, we're going to update the firmware in the field head first. We now, with the first four selected, we touch update and then touch OK. And now it's updating the display firmware. And now the first four firmwares have been updated, the radio now restarts. It's always wise when you've done a firmware update to factory reset the radio. So to do this, we're going to turn the radio off by pressing the power button. We're going to hold the find, fast and back buttons, and then we're going to turn the radio back on again. And that's now reset the radio. The next thing we're going to do is update the firmware on the SPA1, the Optima base unit, the amplifier. So in order to do this, we're going to press function and then forward, and then we're going to go to extension setting, and then we're next going to go to SD card, and then we're going to go to firmware update and press done, and we'll wait for it to check the card. We're going to deselect display, and we're going to select the Optima, the OPT firmware only on its own, because all the rest have already been done. We then press update, OK, and this one won't take quite so long as the others. And now the firmware update's complete. The radio now restarts. And once again, always wise to do a factory reset. So turn the radio off. Hold fine and fast and back. Turn the radio back on again. And the radio is now reset. And we can verify that the firmware has been updated. So hold the function button, press forward, extension setting, go to SD card, and then we'll scroll down until we get to, software version, I should have said, software version, and there it displays the software version for you.